Welcome to Philosophy Forge. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Today's video will be about the 8 branches of philosophy, a quick history review, along with what the 8 branches of philosophy are and their sub-branches. The 8 branches of philosophy have evolved over centuries, shaped by the intellectual contributions of numerous philosophers and cultural movements. Here's a brief overview of the historical development behind each branch. 1. Metaphysics. Metaphysics traces its origins to the works of ancient philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle in Greece. Aristotle's metaphysics marked the beginning of systematic metaphysical inquiry, exploring concepts like being, substance, causation, and the nature of reality. 2. Epistemology. Epistemological questions have been central to philosophical discourse since the ancient times. Plato's dialogues, particularly Theaetetus, grappled with questions of knowledge, truth, and the nature of belief. Descartes in the 17th century furthered this exploration by contemplating the nature of certainty and foundational beliefs. 3. Ethics. Ethics has been a cornerstone of philosophical inquiry since the times of ancient Greece. The works of Aristotle, Nicomachean Ethics, and Plato, Republic significantly influenced ethical discourse. Later, modern ethical theories evolved through the works of Immanuel Kant, utilitarians like John Stuart Mill, and contemporary thinkers like Peter Singer. 4. Logic. Logic's history dates back to ancient Greece, notably with Aristotle's contributions in his Organon. Throughout history, logicians and mathematicians like Gottlob Frege, Bertrand Russell, and Alfred North Whitehead made significant strides in formal logic, contributing to its development into a rigorous discipline. 5. Aesthetics. Aesthetics can be traced back to Plato and Aristotle, who pondered the nature of beauty, art, and its relationship to morality. The Enlightenment era further explored with thinkers such as Immanuel Kant, who emphasized subjective nature of aesthetic judgments. 6. Political philosophy. Ancient philosophers like Plato and Aristotle examined political structures and ideal societies in works like The Republic and Politics. Later, Enlightenment thinkers such as John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Thomas Hobbes significantly influenced political philosophy, discussing concepts of justice, governance, and social contract. 7. Philosophy of mind. Philosophical inquiries into the mind have roots in ancient philosophy. Descartes' dualism and subsequent debates around the mind-body problem set the stage for ongoing discussions. The 20th century saw advancements in philosophy of mind with figures like Gilbert Ryle, Ludwig Wittgenstein, and contemporary philosophy of cognitive science. 8. Philosophy of science. Early contributions to the philosophy of science emerged in the works of ancient Greek philosophers like Plato and Aristotle. However, the modern philosophy of science took shape in the 20th century with logicalpositism, the work of Karl Popper on falsifiability, Thomas Kuhn's theory of scientific revolutions, and more recent contributions from philosophers like Bis van Frossen and Nancy Cartwright. Philosophy encompasses various branches. They explore different aspects of human existence, knowledge, and reality. Some major types or branches of philosophy include metaphysics, ontology. This subfield explores the fundamental nature of existence. It asks questions about what exists, what kinds of things exist, and the nature of reality itself. For instance, it examines the existence of abstract objects like numbers, the distinction between appearance and reality, and the nature of time and space. Cosmology focuses on the study of the universe's origin, structure, and nature. Cosmology addresses questions about the universe's beginning, its evolution, its overall structure, and its eventual fate. Epistemology, theory of knowledge, investigates how knowledge is acquired, its scope and limits, and what distinguish just belief from mere opinion. It explores concepts such as truth, belief, justification, skepticism, and the nature of evidence. Philosophy of science examines the methods, assumptions, and limits of scientific knowledge. It investigates issues such as the scientific myth, the demarcation between science and pseudoscience, and the nature of scientific explanation. Ethics, metaethics, concerned with the nature of ethical properties, moral judgments, and the meaning of ethical terms. It explores questions about the objectivity of moral values, the nature of moral language, and whether ethical statements can be true or false. Normative ethics focuses on various ethical theories that aim to provide principles for determining right and wrong conduct. This includes consequentialism, which judges actions by their outcomes, deontology, which emphasize moral duties and roles, and virtue ethics, which focuses on developing virtuous character traits. Applied ethics deals with specific moral issues in various fields like medicine, bioethics, the environment, environmental ethics, business ethics, and more. Logic, formal logic, studies formal systems of reasoning and argumentation, particularly deductive reasoning. It deals with propositional and predicate logic, mathematical logic, and the principles of valid inference. Informal logic analyzes informal reasoning, argument structures, fallacies, and the evaluation of everyday arguments. Aesthetics, philosophy of art, explores the nature of art, beauty, interpretation, and artistic value. It considers questions about the definition of art, the nature of aesthetic experience, and the role of creativity in art. Philosophy of literature examines literature and its philosophical immediacy, including questions about interpretation, narrative structure, and the relationship between literature and reality. Political philosophy, social and political theory, investigates concepts of justice, rights, power, authority, and the nature of political institutions. It includes discussions on democracy, liberalism, socialism, and various forms of governance. Philosophy of law explores the nature of law, legal systems, and the foundations of legal authority. It addresses questions about the relationship between law and morality, the legitimacy of legal systems, and the concept of justice within law. Philosophy of mind, philosophy of consciousness, explores the nature of consciousness, subjective experience, and the mind-body problem. It delves into questions about how mental states relate to the physical world, and whether consciousness can be explained by physical processes. Philosophy of perception examines the nature of sensory perception, its relation to reality, and how we come to know about the external world through our senses. Philosophy of science, philosophy of specifications, focuses on particular scientific disciplines like physics, biology, or psychology, and examines their methodologies, assumptions, and concepts. Philosophy of technology addresses the nature of technology, its impact in society, ethical considerations regarding technological advancements, and the relationship between technology and human existence. These deeper explorations within each branch of philosophy allow for a nuanced understanding of the philosophical question, theories, and methods involved in each area of inquiry.